Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn your audience into a high ticket revenue. You might be an online coach or an online creator, and you might be having a decent audience like 10k to 100k, and you might be having a good engagement rate around 2 to 3%. Okay, and you're posting consistently, but in the back end, you are in order to monetize, in order to make money from it, you're either relying on subscriptions or you're relying on some low ticket digital products. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can turn your audience, your expertise, your knowledge into a high ticket product, into high ticket digital product that you can sell for $3,000, $4,000. Okay, it's exactly step by step. Okay, so let's start with the video. So first you need to understand, first I'm going to address a little mindset issue here. So the real problem is not that, it's not the content, it's not the niche, it's not audience size, none of that. Okay, you might be thinking, oh, I might need to post more content, I might need to niche down, whatever, like I might have to say a different way, I might have to like target better. None of that thing is actually what contributes to a high ticket digital product or to a 10k, whatever your goal is financially from your online coaching business, online content creation business. None of these things are important. These are like foundations. Obviously, in the beginning when you started, you already got your content, you already got your niche down, you already got your audience size. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, if you are between 10k to 100k followers, the one thing that you're missing is a monetization system. Okay, so you need to have a good monetization, not a good actually, let me correct myself, a right monetization system. Okay, you need to find what is the transformation my audience wants. Okay, whatever your niche is, whether that's relationship, dating, finance, whatever that is, you need to find your what is it that your audience demand. Okay, like how can you take a person from point A to point B, okay, transform them, and that is, and then you like package that into a product and offer it as a coaching program and charge higher. Okay, so I'm gonna give you more detail. This is just an overview. You need an offer, you need a system, and you need a conversion. Okay, let me open my Google Docs because there I have written in much more detail. So if you already have 10k plus followers but you're not making consistent money, the problem is not your content, it's not your niche, it's not your audience. The problem is that you don't have a monetization system. Right now you are posting content, you are getting views, you maybe even getting DMs here and there, but there is no structured path from attention to revenue. Like there's no predictable structured path that, okay, if someone watches this video or whatever that is, then they will go to this page, then they will buy my product. None of that is there. Okay, now again, by the way, no need to, like, I'm not here to destroy your like ego or whatever. Okay, don't take it personally. It's all education purpose. In fact, if you don't have it in the first place, it's actually a good thing, because now you're learning it and you will be able to make this better and probably best, who knows. Okay, so the shift that you need is that you don't need more followers, you need an offer, a system, and a conversion. So you already have the asset. Okay, you already have the asset, which is your audience. You're just not packaging it correctly, you know, just not like finding out what is the gap, what is like the gap from uh, my audience current state to a desired state, and how I can fill that gap into with a how I can fill that gap with a packaged product, with a like structured curriculum, a structured to step by step roadmap, and then offer that as a coaching program. You understanding what I'm saying? So your content already tells you, I mean, tells them what to sell. But okay, so you need to look at which of your content have the most saves, the most shared, your DMs. Like basically, you need to look at the engagement activity in your content. The most engaged content, meaning the audience find it relevant, and those things can be part of your offer. I will give you the exact AI prompt that you can put it into Claude, and get it all out. Okay. So some of it is manual work, some of it is mental work, but a majority of this is AI work. Okay, obviously we're gonna use AI. So find out what are the one of what are you like which one of your content is getting the most engagement, and like save it somewhere. That will give you your product signal. So in order to find a product signal, you need to find which one of your posts get the most saves, most shared. What are your repeated DM questions? What are your repeated comments? Are people always commenting, hey, how to do this, how to do XYZ, how to do that, how questions, what questions, why questions, all of that. Those are which will point you towards the audience pain points. Okay. And even you look at your own experience or results you have already delivered in the past. What's your work experience, your skills, what they are already asking for. All of these things you can note down manually. um, like, do you note down some place, or maybe you can save it as links in some digital file, because we're going to use that. Okay, so make sure you save all of that. So instead of asking what should I create, you need to ask what is my audience already. Not you don't need to guess. Okay, don't guess. What is my audience already asking me to help them with? Okay, you just need to find and go through your content. Okay, see the engagement, see the comments, see the DMs, and save it all in some place in some visual file, like a swipe, your own personal swipe file, in order to find a product signal. Then once you have saved that, you need to go to Claude and you need to paste this exact prompt. Now I'm going to give you all of this. Okay, don't worry. In my WAP, the link will be in the description below. It's a waitlist description, so I'm working on it still. So just it's free. No, like no payment is there. All you need to do is just to put in your email. You'll be added to a waitlist, and once I launch that WAP, you'll be able to get this prompt. Okay, I will launch that soon. Okay, don't worry. Um, I will also have my Instagram link. If you want to like talk to me or whatever, like also and also have a call, like booking a call with me. If you want to work with me one on one, building this together, I can do that as well. Again, there's no upfront, no retainer. I do partnerships, so like revenue share basis, performance basis. Back to the video. So this is the exact AI prompt that you need to paste. It's pretty self-explanatory. You need to just tell the AI that you are a high-level monetization strategist for online creators, and basically your job is to analyze my content and my audience behavior to identify what I should sell as a high-ticket offer. I'm not going to go through the exact like every single line. You can like pretty self-explanatory. You can go through that. Okay. Once you do that, basically the AI would give you what are the AI will give you the product signals, what you can use to build your high ticket offer. Okay. Now the next step in this process is identify your starving segment. Again, very important thing to do. You're not targeting everyone. You're not targeting a broad audience as well. Okay, you're not targeting a lot of like big audience. You're going extremely niche down. And most important here is the two most important words you need to remember: pain and urgency. You need to find an audience in your niche who has the most pain with the most urgency to solve it. Because people who has pain but there's no urgency, then they might pay you later down the line. And if you want money right now, the high ticket money, you need to find not just the pain but also the urgency to solve that pain fast enough. Then only they will pay you right now. Like for them, the $3,000 wouldn't mean, because, bro, like I'm feeling so pain. Like solve it right now. What it is? What do you charge? 3,000? Like where do you send the money? Like that is how you need to come out as. The moment you say the price, they should say, oh, where do you send the money? That's the goal. And the only way to find that is to find an audience that is in pain and urgent. Like I want to solve it right now, bro. Like I want to solve it right now. Yeah, so I hope you got that, and that's why they will automatically be willing to pay premium. So urgency in of itself will do 50% of your work, like 50% of your selling. Okay, you don't have to like push them, force them, or do anything of that. uh, just an example here is that a busy professional who cannot stay consistent instead of broad fitness. So if you're in a fitness niche, you can target a busy professional who cannot stay consistent with their workout. So you provide them some sort of curriculum, some sort of program, coaching program where you help them becoming consistent in 12 weeks without sacrificing their job hours. Something along those lines. It's just an example I'm giving you. Um, so basically, what you're doing essentially, you're finding the money. You first identified your um, skill basically. Let me go to the second. What was the name of it? Yeah, basically you find your product signal, what is audience wants, your demand, what is the signal out there. Then the second thing is to find where the money is. Where the money is. Okay, so one thing to know the signals, another thing is to where the money exactly is. Not every idea converts to full. So the step before this was like finding ideas. Not every idea converts. So you need a starving segment inside your audience. Even if your niche is broad, buyers are not. Again. So if your audience is fitness, too broad. But busy working professional who can't stay consistent, that's something starving. Okay. Again, for this also, for market extraction to find where the money is, there's an AI prompt that I have, and you can paste that into Claude. Make sure to it is better if you have a cloud subscription, but again, you can do it on free, but there would be some limit. You have to wait longer if the message is too long, you know. But yeah, whatever. But it's you would find it again, no issues. The reason I'm putting I'm doubling down on Claude, not ChatGPT, because Claude has better output in when it comes to work like this. It's a very high strategy work, so Claude is best for this. So make sure you use Claude. Paste this prompt step by step, and you will be able to find where the money is. Once you identify where the money is, so now you know the ideas that you can on which you can build your high ticket offers. You know exactly that one idea which will convert the best. Now it's time to define transformation. Remember, whenever it comes to building a digital product or selling a course, don't focus on the word course. Don't focus on the word course, digital product, none of that. Focus on transformation. Every course, every coaching, every PDF is not about information, it's about transformation. Taking me from a point A to point B, a journey. That is what you're doing. So, with a specific result and time frame. Okay, so, as I said, current painful state to desired state, whether you call it point A to point B or current painful state to desired state is the same thing. A formula to help who achieve result in time frame without pain. Okay, you need a formula, you need a system. Like basically, you need a step by step process, and then you need to name it. Okay, a unique name, a formula, like 3 step, whatever. Like go to AI and just find out whatever name you can think of. Okay, a formula to help them achieve a specific XYZ result in XYZ time without XYZ pain. Okay, this is what puts you in a premium position. Again, the way you can charge thousands of dollars. Your content is giving the information, your offer is giving the transformation. That is the key. You don't say I help with fitness, but you say I help busy professional lose 8 to 12 kg in 90 days without spending hours in the gym. See? Like that is really really strong. If someone is a busy professional who's spending hours in the gym and as a result their job is suffering, okay, and they're still fat, bro, that is in a lot of pain, mental pain, emotional pain, self-esteem, obviously physical. And you're telling them, oh, you can lose 8 to 12 kg in 90 days without spending hours in the gym, which means I don't have to sacrifice my job hours and I can still lose my weight. And that also in 90 days. Bro, that is a no brainer offer. No brainer offer. Okay, so the rule is If it is not specific, it won't sell. Again, this is also, there's an AI prompt for this, which you can paste. Again, all of that you will find inside my WAP community, all free. No, just join the waitlist below. Okay, I'm gonna launch soon. So in order to define a transformation, there's a full AI prompt which you can paste into Claude, and it will give you the exact transformation in a lot more detail. Now another thing, now we have defined the transformation. Now it's time to package it. Okay, packaging is really important. Like, you cannot skip this step. You cannot like take it lightly. You have to do packaging really well. I love this my robot. I really love this packaging, man. Okay, so when it comes to packaging, you need to define your transformation in 3 to 4 or 3 to 5 steps. Okay, not more than that. Otherwise, it gets confusing. 3 step, ideally. 5 step, you can go. Okay, so this is just a framework that you can use. Diagnose, step one, step two, foundation, step three, execute, then optimize. Again, this is just like, I'm not saying that you have to follow this strictly. It depends on what you're selling, what is your offer. Then and the framework would differ. Okay, so you don't need a 100-hour course, not at all. You just need a clear path to results. That's it. You need a clear path to result. You don't need 100 hours of course. You don't need to shoot hundreds of videos. None of that. You just need a, okay. Here is, you are like, you're telling to the audience, telling to your target ICP, your customer, your ideal client. Okay, you are here. I can take you here in this amount of time. Okay, without XYZ pain. Okay, you're focusing on outcomes. Okay, and not content volume. Yeah, and remember, one of the most important thing when it comes packaging your course or your offer is, don't do everything at once. Don't build everything at once. Never do that. Just launch MVP. If you don't know what an MVP is, basically a minimal viable product, which means that you launch, instead of a course, instead of 12-week course, you launch very micro course. Okay, yeah. So I was saying that before building any product, you need to build an MVP, and MVP is minimal viable product that you launch just to see, uh, just to get some data on it, how people are responding to it. You know, whether the market is validated, like whether the product is validated for the market, whether it will sell if you launch something more intensive program, more in depth. Okay, so instead of building a 12-week course, you build a 6-week course, you build a 4-week course, some sort of micro course, some sort of PDF, some sort of ebook, some sort of something that requires minimal effort and could be done with AI as much as possible, at least. Okay, so that's the thing, build something minimal viable product that could be built in 1 week, and then launch that. Okay, the first step is always fast execution. So since we okay, so we were talking about packaging the system, yeah. So you don't need 100-hour course. You need a clear path to results. So your product should take your ICP, meaning your ideal client profile, basically your ideal client, your ideal customer, from point A to point B. That's the entire purpose of your product. Like, there is nothing more important than that. I am somewhere that I don't want to be because I'm feeling painful. So you are taking me to a journey that would help me to get my desired state or goals where I want to be in any specific niche. So here are the exact simple like a structure that you can use. Again, this is, I said this about, like I mentioned this here, that you don't need this exact framework here. Okay, you don't need this exact framework here. This is actually for some kind of money making niche, where you diagnose a problem, you set a foundation, you execute system, you optimize results. You can take this as an idea, as a framework, as a skeleton to build some sort of micro course for any niche. But again, it can vary, the names may vary, but the concept would be same. Okay, again, this is AI prompt again for this exact step where you packaging your offer. Or you will get the prompt in my WAP community. You just paste a prompt. It will help you to choose the best format for your product, whether you should offer it as a coaching, as a course, or hybrid. And it will break it down into 4 to 5 clear steps from start to results. Create modules with goals and actionable steps. Suggest templates, tools, and resources that you can give away to your client, to your customer, in during that course. And also define the MVP, exactly what you need to do in, or what you need to build to launch that in 7 days. Let's move forward. Let's move to the next step, which is a monetization system. This is where money happens. Okay. Going down, we talk about packaging the system. We talk about packaging the system. Now, let's build a conversion path on the monetization system. Okay, so now for the conversion part, for the monetization part, the first thing you need to understand is content. Traffic is king. Okay, traffic is king. You need to have a consistent content system that you are producing every single week or month. Okay, there has to be consistency in your content, because content gives authority and it gives you trust, especially on YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube, get on YouTube, make these kinds of videos or whatever kind of videos that you're comfortable with. It helps you to give authority to, and also your potential clients would trust you a lot. So have some sort of content system, and when you're making content, drive the traffic to some sort of lead magnet, which provides some sort of free value like a checklist or a guide or something like that, so that you can collect emails. Okay, so it's like from content to emails or lead magnet. Then you capture the email or DM. Then once they enter the lead magnet, sorry, once they enter the email, they will be redirected to a page, a sales page or a VSL page, where you have your video or your landing page for your offer, for your main high ticket offer. you know so basically no complex funnel, just content, lead magnet, and your offer funnel, offer page. Okay, you can do this. Okay, this is the one way of building a funnel. There are several ways, like building a funnel. This is not like the I'm telling you one single, this is the only method. No, there are different monetization strategies are available. Okay, the point is you don't need to build something complex. Okay, we can okay, so let me go, you will find this here. So content on YouTube or Instagram, lead magnet to provide free value, then capturing their email or DM, okay, and then selling them. The reality is that you don't need complex funnel, you don't need paid ads in the beginning. The first thing you need to understand, never run an ad in the beginning. In the beginning, for a couple of months, always drive traffic organically. Let the platform algorithm understand you. Let the platform algorithm know you. If you start running ads initially and drive traffic in immense amount, you might get blacklisted or spammed. Okay, so in the initially just drive traffic organically and not paid ads, not to paid ads. You need consistent demand and a clear offer. Okay, so this step was about monetization system where the money happens. So the money happens from content. So basically I'm walked you through a funnel from content to a lead magnet to sales. Okay, now this is the basically the funnel: traffic to trust to sales. You already have the attention. Again, the traffic part you already have it. Now it's time for building trust and getting sales. Okay, so your content should do three things: it should show your expertise, it should call out your problems, and it should introduce your solution. Okay, let me go here. This is called traffic to trust to sales funnel, which is very common. You would find in any kind of online coach, um, any kind of online business, where they drive traffic from one source to a trust source where they can gain some trust of the audience and then to scale. So YouTube is the best so far. You can even make on Instagram as well. No issues. Instagram is good for communities and conversations. YouTube is for authority, which and it will help you to sell more high ticket coaching programs. So if you have a high ticket coaching program, YouTube is the best. Now, finally, it's time to close your first high ticket clients. You don't need to overcomplicate this. Start with DM conversations. So, whatever DMs you're getting from your content, start closing them on your DMs. And you can even give them a booking call booking page, a call booking link below the description of your content or captions, or if you're on YouTube, then in the description you can provide a link to book a call with you. That also can help you to dive leads, to book appointments with potential leads, which to whom you can talk to. And if you're starting out with this offer, you can talk to them and ask feedback and know your potential client personally before you even start working with them. You might not close them, but that's not the point. The point is to gather data, to know your audience personally, one on one. Okay, so to offering free calls or free what do you say, free discovery calls, I guess. Okay, whatever you want to call it, but just tell the audience in your videos you can book a call with me in the description down below. Okay, something like that. It's a very simple close. I can help you so you know their current state, where they are in that call, where they want to go, and how you can help them. Like I can help you achieve result in a time frame, and if you don't, I will guarantee you risk reversal, something like that. Okay, let me go to the Miro board. Yeah, I think the points are covered here are the same. You can, yes, the TM conversation, call bookings, manual closing. You need to have a clear promise, which is basically an offer. An offer is a clear promise with a risk reversal. Okay, and get those results fast for those clients, and again use those results as testimonials, case studies to on your content to get more clients. Now, once you do that, once you see what is working, you just need to scale that. You need to double down on that. Increase your price, add proof, improve conversion rates, and repeat launches. You just need to double down on whatever is working in each and every single step of your funnel. So, in the content, see what's working, double down on that. In your lead magnet, in your funnel, when people are opting in the email, what is working, what specifically is increasing conversion rate, double down on that. In your sales page, what is increasing the conversion rate, double down on that. You get client results, double down on that. What is exactly it can help you to get the client result, double down on that. You just need to double down on the things that are working. That's how you scale. Now here's the thing, after knowing all this, you need to understand that the actual reason which is holding you back was never content, it was never niche. It was a clear offer, it was a conversion system, it was a structured product. Now you know exactly how to build those. Okay, and you already have followers, you already have content. You just need to build a good offer, a right offer, an offer, and have a good conversion system, and write a clear structured product. That's it. So you already have the attention, you already have the trust, you already have the authority. All you need to do add is offer a clear system, and that will lead to revenue. Now here's the one line: you don't need more followers. You need to turn your existing audience into a structured monetization system. That's it. Cut. So yeah, now if you so here is something that you need to understand. Finally, we have reached to the last part of this video, and I want to say that you don't need more followers. You need to turn your already existing audience into a structured monetization system. That's what you need. Okay, so finally, if you want exact the promise that I mentioned in this video, the full monetization system and templates and execution and other resources, you can join the free community in the link below in the description. And if you want to work on this to build your digital product, to build your, or monetize your audience, you can book a call with me and you will find my call booking link in the first link in the description below. I hope you like this. I hope you find this valuable. Let me know what you think about this in the description below. Give me some feedback. Let me know what exactly you liked and what exactly you didn't like so that I can improve. Okay, bye.